Well, good evening, race fans, and welcome to the kickoff of the 2024 Race1Wraps.com playoff series from Kevin Harvick's Kern County Speedway out here in Southern California. And, well, I know you've been missing them. The millions and millions have been looking for them. Racing Jason back in the booth with us. Jason, welcome out to Kern County.
Oh, man, Alex, glad to be back. I'm glad to be back with you up here in the broadcast booth. Excited for this racetrack. This ought to be exciting for those street stock cars, Alex. High bank, high speed, fast action. I'm excited.
Yeah, and they're coming in and they're kicking off the 2024 championship chase for the Race1Wraps.com Street Stock Series. Zach Nichols with his astonishing... pardon me. I must be allergic to having help. Zach Nichols with a commanding point bonus headed into the championship due to his wins in the regular season. Braxton Luis comes in spotted in the second spot. Scott Roachford, Zach Coyer, and Jeff Dillon, your top five. I'll make it through there. I promise. You had too much pepper on your sandwich.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was that or all this heat that we've been having out. If pollen's been brought back up, I didn't know what was going on, buddy.
Well, that too. But it should be another great night of racing here. And once again, we thank you all for tuning on into the Race1Wraps.com Street Stock Series as they get ready to go kick off their chase here this evening. And Race1 Wraps is your one-stop shop for those race cars. You can see them all over the Michigan racetrack scene. And they also do logo design, full-color wraps, vinyl lettering for your race car, Jason, signs, banners, and apparel. You can see Race1 Wraps designs on Facebook at Race1Wraps.com. We also would like to thank Tallarico's Boardwalk Sub Jersey Style Soup, Subs, and Salads, serving West Michigan. The Bubba's Bout Broke podcast featuring your local short track heroes. Find out what they do on a day-to-day basis and find out the struggles of a real-life short track racer. The Bubba's Bout Broke podcast has a new episode each and every Monday. You can listen to them on Spotify or wherever you listen to your podcasts. LaPlante Racing Products, the proud sponsor of the Triple Crown Series once again this season, and the proud supplier for the parts here for the Race1Wraps.com Street Stock Series. Also like to thank Postma Flooring, along with Kane Family Farmstead and Racing Takes Balls, a testicular cancer awareness. Well, qualifying is underway right now, Racing Jason, and we're going to find out who's going to take the top spot. And so far, it is the number 11 taking the top spot right now with Jaden Kratacci is some of the fast guys coming up on the racetrack. How about this number 38 of David Payton? He works down the back stretch, and you see the fast time of a 20.09 from Kratacci, and that is faster than what anybody went during practice this afternoon. So we'll see. Chuck Darling going to go there to spot number 2 with a 20.11. $19 cars signing in here tonight. We'll see them all take the green flag. No one's going to get sent home this afternoon.
That makes a very depressing guy feel a lot better, doesn't it now?
I guess.
At least you know you're going to make the show.
Hey, you get that tow money for making it all the way out to California, at least.
Absolutely. You better hope it's more than $45, because if not, you have a wasted trip.
How about the Interstate 4? The driver that comes in second in the point standings out onto the racetrack for his qualifying run, working down the back stretch. And I think we're going to see multiple grooves here this afternoon, Jason. I think we're going to see 2, maybe even possible 3-wide action. As the number 8 of Braxton Luis comes around for lap number 1, only 14th quick for DeWeese with a 20.36, but a new fast time to Zach Nichols with a 20 flat Can Braxton Deweese beat him down to the inside to turns 3 and 4? Deweese up across the stripe, and he is going to go 6 quick with a 20.14 as Zach Nichols will take the top spot currently as Brett the Jet Hahn crosses the stripe. He'll go 3rd quick with a 20.0 or 20.10 on lap number 1. They come up off the turn number 4 for lap number 2. The Air Force sponsored car will go a little bit slower here on lap number 2. So right now the provisional pole going to go to Zach Nichols with 2 cars left, the chance to qualify.
Now you didn't do quick time.
Well, I did not. I was waiting for you to do it.
Well, I'm sorry. I was trying to get all my ducks in a row here and everything. I've been behind, I've been gone for a month. I mean, geez.
Well, I mean, how many more rubber duckies do you need with you to get those things all lined up here on the windowsill?
Oh, well, I need about 10.
At least you're honest.
Right. Boy, beautiful scenery out here, though, in California. I like this old track.
Yeah, I like that. It's nice and warm. It's getting cold up here in New York.
Yeah, it was raining in Tennessee when I left and got on the plane to go up here, or over here, I guess is what you say, up here.
Up here, over there, same difference.
Yeah.
Chris DeWeese out there in the stands. I bet you, can you guess who he's rooting on here tonight and in this chase?
Probably the 08 car.
Yeah, I think you're about right.
Absolutely crowd favorite, old Braxton Deweese is.
Well, he's like you. He's got the millions and millions.
Absolutely. You got to have the millions of fans to follow you wherever you go, Alex. It just means a lot. It just means more, like SEC.
Right. All right. They are getting them lined up here on the front stretch. Let's take a look at your starting lineup for tonight's feature events. Zach Nichols with a time of 20.007 with a fast time here with the No Chance Motorsports. Car number 44, Zach Nichols will start in row number 1. His dancing partner to the outside will be Jaden Kratacci, his teammate, in car number 11. Brett Hahn will roll off 3rd, and outside of him, the BNC Racing car number 88 of Chuck Darling. Hayden Swank and Zach Coyer will make up row number 3. Row number 4 is going to be Braxton Deweese and Jeff Dillon. Devin McDonald and Stephen Rochefort make up row number 5.
Was that me, Al?
It's supposed to be.
Row 6, starting P number 11 is the old 38. My OFBB Facebook buddy is David Payton. On the outside of him will be the number 29 of John Dornbose. I always screw that up. Starting P13, the 48 of Tim Rogers, and on the outside be the old 13 of Caleb Ramsey. Starting P15 will be the 45 of Andrew Hardings. And on the outside of him will be the 710 Tyler Watts. I hope that's right now. I don't know. But starting 17th spot will be the 38 of Braden Cook. Starting 18th will be Ty Delphia, and rounding out the field in the 92 will be Ethan Tyrell.
That is your 19 car starting field. I'm not sure Delphia or Tyrell will make the call. It does not look like they will as the pace truck rolls off here on the front stretch. And what is going to be an exciting race here, I do believe.
Got any favorites tonight, Al?
I really don't. This one's going to be wide open. Obviously, you got your normal cast of characters. Zach Nichols, Brett Hahn, Braxton Deweese, Jeff Dillon. I mean, anyone that's really been up front. And you got some fast guys, Jaden Kratacci as well. I think this one could be really wide open. I think it's going to be tough, though, with a 44. Starting up on the front row, we've seen him have speed this season. But you got to race all the laps. Anything can happen. We got them here tonight as the field paces behind that pace truck. 100 laps of action coming at you from the Kevin Harvick Kern County Raceway Park. You know they have a dirt track here. mini dirt track and an off-road track on the premises.
It's a nice facility out. Beautiful. Not bathrooms are nice. Hand dryer, blow dryer things in the bathroom. That's what it's all about. Up to date. I love it.
Well, they were nice till you had to go there. All right, into the Race1.com's start zone. And we are underway for the first time in the chase down here in the turn number 1. The number 44 of Nichols jumping out to the early race lead over Kurtachi, side by side back there for spot number 3. That is Brett Hahn and Chuck Darling. As everybody settles it out, is now Hahn going to take that third spot solely to himself as he gets around the 80 of Darling.
I mean, we've got her side by side all over the place. That outside looks like it's got a little speed though, Al. Maybe right. We may have some double 2-wide racing here this afternoon.
Right now, the 35 of Swank there working to the inside of Chuck Darling. Zach Coyer works the outside of the 8 of Dewey's. Now he'll cut down in front of the 00 entry of Stephen Rochefort. Rochefort, the driver out of Vermont, making the long tow.
He made a little ballsy move right there in front of the 62 of Jeff Dillon. He dived going off into turn 1 to make that position. Make that car stick down there. Pretty solid move for him.
Right now, your top 3, 4 cars still nose to tail a little bit deeper in the back. David Payton trying to work up underneath that number 88 car.
Braxton DeWeese right here on the inside. Hometown hero himself. Not really hometown hero, but crowd favorite right here. Watch him make moves.
Braxton DeWeese going to move up to that 5th spot for the time being as the 88 still stuck on the outside. And I think it's just a matter of time before that outside line's going to come in. And it's going to be right now everybody vying for that bottom real estate. As your top 3 cars are still nose to tail. Zach Nichols unable to get away from Kurtachi and Hahn. And about a half a car length back to Hayden Swank, the driver out of Woodstock, Georgia. And he is usually been a very fast race car. Just no luck for the 35. Can he make it change here at Kern County here this afternoon? Already 6 laps into the books, and it's been all Zach Nichols up front as they work through here. DeWeese trying to wrestle that 5th spot away in an Interstate Ford entry as he works underneath the 80 of Darling. Zach Coyer starting to make his way back towards the front as Kurtachi gets shuffled to the outside. Jaden Kurtachi side by side with the 71 of Hahn.
On the jet right there. He stuck that nose down the inside. We'll go side by side down the back straightaway, and then we'll go side by side going into turn 3. Good battle right here for this top 2 position.
Good battle right there for the Kurtachi and the 71 of Hahn. Hahn trying to get rid of him. Unable to do so far.
You got to think, though, with Kurtachi, if the tires are burning up on that thing up on the outside, you know, not a lot of rubber buildup yet. You may be eating that right front tire up. Could be bad, or the right rear, and that would be really bad because you're going to be loose coming later on in this race.
You got to remember only the set of tires that they start with on these race cars will remain on the cars. No chance to change them at all this race. Now Kurtachi going to fall back to the 35 of Swank. Swank trying to make a move to the outside. Tucks it back inside now.
My fault, Al, but you want to talk about a guy pushing. 13 is Zach Coyer. He's been all over the back bumper of DeWeese. Trying to give him some go fast. We got a yellow, Al. Got a yellow.
Oh, hard contact here on the front stretch. The number 29 of Dornbos in the 38. David Payton was facing the wrong direction. Braden Cook also with heavy front damage to the 38 car. As we are slowed for the first time as our Tallarico Boardwalk sub yellow flag of the race coming out after a big wreck here on the front stretch. Let's take a look and see what happened to bring out the yellow flag. You see the 38 down low. Oh, they come out the corner and just got hooked together. Oh, baby, hard contact there. I believe that might be the end of the race for David Payton and maybe Dornbos, as Dornbos is right front. Looks to be a little busted up there. Let's take a look one more time. We'll go on board with Dornbos. This got hooked up on the right rear quarter panel. Nowhere to go. They just got hooked together.
Yeah, these old street stocks are a little bit wider than what you were used to, and I think, I don't know, it was just a bad spot coming out of 4 right there. It was bad. That was, whoo. Peyton hit hard.
He really did, and well, hopefully David will be all right, as he had to take the tow, and he's down in the infield care center currently.
You know, these things happen a lot, these street stocks, though. They just get hooked awkwardly, and disaster strikes, and it's just one of those racing things.
That it does.
Kind of like me and you when we go to Wendy's and get one of them Frosties. Do you even have Wendy's in New York, Al?
We do.
Really? Huh, that's interesting.
Why would you not think we would?
I don't know. I mean, we don't have Whataburger in Tennessee, but they do in Florida. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You ever had a Whataburger, Al? Delicious.
I have not.
Oh, you gotta try it. I'm like a fat kid on crack eating there, buddy.
Well, that's how you are at the Tallarico Boardwalk subs as well.
I tell you what, those are the best subs I've ever had. Beats Jersey Mike's, beats Subway, beats Firehouse. They're absolutely amazing.
Well, that wrapper about getting ready to get wrapped up and thrown out as we are getting ready to go back green flag racing here in the Race1Wraps.com Street Stock Series, and we are back underway. A good restart that time by Nichols and Kretacci. 71 of Brett the Jet working to the outside of the racetrack.
Bumper tag between DeWeese, Chuck Darling, and Zach Coyer. They were beating and banging right there trying to get position.
You see a little bit of front end damage now on the Interstate Ford entry of Braxton Deweese. Got to see if that's going to hamper his advancements to the front. How about the old 00, Stephen Rochefort? He's making the outside work on this restart. He goes to the outside. He's looking to take that 5th spot away from Deweese. Everybody chasing the 44 of Zach Coyer. A little bit of bumper tag down here in the corner as Nichols has the back bumper full of the Air Force entry.
Tell you what, Brett the Jet has found something on that top groove right there. Coming off the corner, I think he gets a little better momentum going in this corner like that. I think he's found a good line right here.
Yeah, he loses a little bit of ground this time. Stays a little bit better with him. They work down here into the corner. Still has not cleared the 11 of Kretacci. Kretacci's got the 35 now. Hayden Swank starting to take a peek to the outside of the right rear quarter panel.
See one disaster strike there, you know, with the Peyton and the Dornbos there. You know, you don't want to. These guys have probably been talking to each other, man. Hey, give these guys some room going in the corner. The same thing will happen to you.
Not the way you want to start off your championship chase. Is now the 71 of Hahn able to sling in front of now a great battle for the 3rd spot as Hayden Swake's got the 35 torque entry working around the outside. Can he pass the 11 of Kretacci? Rochefort all the way up now. 5 positions. Started back in spot number 10 inside of the top 5 for the first time here tonight. So we got a bid for the race lead.
Comes Brett the Jet on the inside of Zach Nichols. Oh, quarter though. Nichols got that momentum coming off the turn 4. He always runs an aggressive line out where nobody can get by him every race. I don't know how the guy does it.
He's the Pied Piper.
He is. He is the GOAT of this series.
Bah.
Bah, he said.
No, that's what Oh, you stop. How about that? The 71 trying to take a bite out of that right rear, left rear now to the inside. Good run by the Air Force entry. He draws up to the left rear quarter panel. 44 of Nichols holds him off, breaks the momentum. That allows him to hold on to that race lead. As Zach Nichols feeling the pressure from not only Brett Hahn, but how about Hayden Swank? He's going to take a bid to the inside as he's trying to take second spot away.
Hayden Swank's been back there. He's just been taking notes of how to pass race cars, and he's passed some of them. He's up 2 positions since this green flag. He's got a fast-looking 35 hot rod.
He does. He moves the 71 of Hahn to the outside of the racetrack. Can he make something happen down here in the turns 3? Hahn might lay up and just tuck back in line. Is now Rochefort into the 4th spot. Is now DeWeese go side by side with the number 11 of Kratacci. So Kratacci sliding backwards here in the early stages of this 100-lap main event here at the Kern County Speedway for the Race1Wraps.com Street Stock Series Chase Kickoff.
You want to talk about championship drivers. Brett Hahn is a championship driver. He's straight up just laid back, let Hayden get by him right there and fall back in line. He knows he's running for a championship. Don't want to do nothing stupid, aggressive, burning his tires off, and save it for the end.
Braxton Luis now starting to roll back in on the 00 of Rochefort. And it's the 35 of Hayden Swank. He is trying to find a way around your race leader.
All these guys are pretty much side or single file out, except a little farther back here. Looks like the 48 of Tim Rogers and Jeff Dillon.
Top three starting to break away there, Jason.
Yeah, I about said the same thing. I was going to jinx you and you owe me a soda, but they have definitely started working together and start pulling away a little bit.
Brett Hahn now right back to the back bumper, maybe even pushing the 35 a little bit down the back straightaway. Trying to find his way as they are trying to figure out how to wrestle the race lead away.
I'm impressed by Rochefort, though. That 00 car, he has come 6 positions from his starting spot. He's got a pretty good little hot rod. He gets up here in the front. I believe he's going to mix it up with him.
Swank going to try to take another look to the inside. Can't really do anything with him that time.
He backed off the corner a little bit right there to see if he could get a run, but just couldn't do it. Zach Nichols knows how to hold a line. He knows how to drive the mirror. It's hard to get past this old cat. Look at your little bumper right here.
I think you're going to have to use that chrome horn if you want to get around that 44 car. Any of the, and I don't mean like flat out dump them. You got to do it tastefully, you know what I mean? There's now Swank getting a good forward drive up off the corner, but unable to really make anything happen. You see the 44 is just a little bit better that time through turns 1 and 2. And the 71 of Hahn, he's trying to figure out, all right, how do we work together to help get around the 44? But when you're that race leader, you hit those lines, you got open track, really nothing other than maybe check that rear view mirror once in a while. As long as that spotter don't come on the radio, say car inside, I think you just hit your marks and you're running qualifying laps.
Yeah, he's dialed in. Zach Nichols dialed in. Hayden Swank's been right up underneath that old hot rod. Here he comes again. Gonna give him a little shot there. I don't even think that facing him though. Watch him. We got side by side back here for 4th though, Al. Braxton DeWeese on the inside of Rochefort.
Yeah, Braxton is really starting to roll back forward, and he's a veteran of these long runs, kind of fit into his driving style, and we are in our longest run of the race so far, and he is starting to move forward as he's still side by side. Running that inside lane, you got to be a little bit easier on that gas. Yes, it's the shorter distance around, but sometimes it's not so much easy to try to make that pass happen. And Rochefort kind of running that middle lane right now.
Well, I'll tell you what, the top three is just checked out. Wow.
And they got a second over this battle for the fourth spot that we're watching.
Hey, let's go farther back out. What was the guys doing back here in the back?
How about Charles Darling? He's trying to take a peek on Zach Coyer. He's got the 18 of Devin McDonald there running in the 9th spot. Caleb Ramsey's up 4 spots from his 14th starting spot as he rounds out your top 10. And all this happening behind your race leader of Zach Nichols, who's still being pretty honest up front.
Yeah, I'm watching the 710 car, Tyler Watts, back here in the back. He's a little bit off the pace, but I haven't really seen this car out, Al, when I've been broadcasting with you. But must be new. Old car looks pretty sharp. I like it.
I do like the color scheme on that. You can't miss it. Good to see Mr. Watts out there. Checked in with our friend Jeremy Watkins, who's been a regular this season here. And he says he'll be back behind the wheel soon, taking care of some family matters. So we wish all the best there and can't wait to see Watkins back out here. Braden Cook out making some laps in the 38. Remember, he was involved in our one and only yellow flag so far tonight. He rides in that 13th spot. Both Dornbos and Peyton and Andrew Hardings are on pit roads fixing some damage, and Hardings might have pushed the car behind the pit wall as Zach Nichols still leads.
That's a tough break, though. Championship start kicked off tonight. You in early.
Right now,
be a long ride home.
Very long ride home, especially before the halfway point of this race as Zach Nichols leads it over Hayden Swank and Brett Hahn. Those are your top 3, and they're going to start closing in on that number 710 of Tyler Watts. He'll be the first car to go 1 lap down. He gives the race leaders plenty of space. If you're the race leader, that's what you like, and great sportsmanship there. You're just a little bit off the pace a little bit. The race leaders come, you just give them away and maybe try to learn a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if you've done any official races or lately, not on iRacing, but unfortunately half of those people don't get the memo, and we'll not talk about that, Al. We'll go back to focus on this race.
Mr. Tim Rogers out there running on the back side of the 52 of Jeff Dillon as he rolls down the back stretch. Good to see Mr. Rogers out there in the neighborhood.
I like it.
Zach Coyer trying to make a move now on Kratach. He gets down on the apron. He's a little bit loose up off of turn number 2. This time by cross flags are up. 50 are in. 50 laps to go.
50 laps halfway. We're single file, Al. We look like we're on a Sunday cruise out here, all these drivers. I like it.
Everybody's minding their P's and Q's on this very fast Kern County Raceway.
I think 19 of McDonald hit the fence.
Yeah, McDonald got a little bit tight up off of turn number 2. That allowed Ramsey to get right to the back bumper of him. Meanwhile, Zach Nichols still leads by 0.3 of a second over Hayden Swank and Brett Hahn. They've kind of stabilized there, running some laps. Maybe trying to save their stuff for a late race charge. Rochefort about a car length in front of the number 8 of DeWeese.
Tell you what, Deb McDonald had a moment right there coming out of turn 2. He was plumb sideways, and Caleb Ramsey backed off so he wouldn't wreck him. He was sideways, though, Al. Very impressive save. Oh, here comes Coyer on the inside of Katachri now.
Coyer took a bit of that time up off of turn number 4, unable to make anything stick to it, as he's got the 88 car of Darling trying to help him with a little extra HP. You know, Chevrolet's got to work together. They don't have as much horsepower as the Fords.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, Al. This is some good racing here at Kern County Speedway, though. Kern Raceway. I keep screwing that up, Al. What's going on?
I don't know, but I tell you right now, Swank starting to lose a little bit more ground to the race lead, and the 71 of Brett Hahn does not like it. Has gave him a couple love taps the last few laps, trying to keep it there. But Brett is starting to feel the urgency. That time a little bit of bumper tap, and around will go the 35 of Swank in no yellow flag.
Tough break right there, Al.
Like I said, Hayden Swank has had nothing but bad luck this season as he spun and falls all the way back to the 13th spot. And what has that done? Well, that's opened up a 1.5 second gap back to the 71 of Brett Hahn. And you got to wonder, Jason, was there a little bit of contact that helped? I don't see any nose damage to those teeth there. Or was the 35 already loose up off the corner? Did he have a helping hand?
I don't know. Tough break. Hayden Swank, though. And if Brett got a little contact, I'm sure he didn't mean to. What was the 710 car? Ooh, he hit the fence there right in front of Brett Hahn. No good there. But, Tyler got out of the way. Man, I don't know, Al. Let's go back and check it out. Oh, Swank kind of checked up, and Brett just ran in the back of him. From what my sources are saying. Wow.
Now the 44 of Nichols starting to do what we see him do on these long runs, though, Jason. It is not what the competition wanted to see. Starting to stretch out that race lead is Zach Nichols here, clicking off lap number 62 into the books.
He's checked out pretty far, but, man. What about Rochefort, though? Up P3 right here, man. He is coming. What is he, up 7 positions? Wow.
Yeah, Rochefort having a good run here from the 10th starting spot. Has made his way up to the 3rd spot.
Hey, what, though? Zach Nichols is checked out. Man, I tell you, they better hope that they got a yellow or something run this dude back down, because he is gone.
Good to see Mr. David Payton rolling out, back out onto the racetrack after his incident. Back there on lap 11. As the field will work past him. Every lap, every point matters. As you might be wondering why. Well, you're already so far out. Why continue on? Well, you never know what's going to happen.
Got a little battle. Katatri and Braxton Louise side by side.
Jaden Kurtachi taking a look to the inside as the 8 car rolls the outside of the speedway. Oh! Devin McDonald in trouble on the backstretch, as that'll bring out our second yellow flag of the evening. And I tell you, this will help bunch the field back up. Let's take a look back here and see. Devin McDonald racing with the 13 of Rams. He comes up off of turn number 2. And around he will go, and able to keep it off of the inside wall. So no real big damage to the Rowdy Energy drink number 18. And I believe he had a helping hand. Look at this on board. And 13 got the left rear quarter panel and just barely got into him. Now to bring us underneath our yellow flag here. Talarico Boardwalk sub-yellow flag.
Yeah, it's weird that the yellow flew for McDonald and didn't fly for Swank there, but I guess because we had more cars behind him, I guess.
Well, that changes a little bit of everything. A little bit of a Saturday night shootout coming at us when we go back green flag racing.
Any ideas to how to get past this 44 car, Al?
Wreck 'em.
Oh, oh my. He said straight up wreck 'em. Oh boy.
I don't think we'll see that. These guys race with integrity, but
Would you wreck me, Al?
I'd wreck my grandmother.
Holy cow. Yeah, here he means it too, boy. You better watch him.
That's why I'm up here in the booth. They don't let me on the racetrack no more.
You gotta watch Al, folks. He is something else.
Knocked her dentures out one week, and then they said you can't race anymore. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Too funny. Oh, we're doubling up, Al. We're about to go racing right here.
We are about to see if anybody has anything for the 44 of Nichols, who steps on the gas pedal first. Here comes Rochefort right back to the inside. He's going to go for that number 2 spot. Side by side there for the battles for the runner-up spot. Braxton Luis and Jaden Gratacci are also dueling it out, and this is what Zach Nichols loves to see out the back rear view mirror.
Yeah, he is checking out. He's trying to get some going, but I'll tell you what, these other cats back here, they're in a fight for that position. It's going to get rough, Al.
They are still side by side back there. A little bit of paint swapping between the 00 and the 71. They are jammed up and jelly tight up off of turn number 4. 71 of Brett Hahn trying to hold on to that number 2 spot as Stephen Rochefort trying to dispose of him as fast as he can and stay in touch with Zach Nichols.
What about this racing side by side other than Zach Nichols out there just on a Sunday cruise?
He just does not like to. I don't think Zach likes to have fun.
I don't either. I don't either. I think he's like the Grinch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's the racing Grinch of the Race1Wraps Street Stock series. Up there, you know.
I bet he's up there probably drinking some cappuccino. You know, I don't know, maybe some pumpkin spice something. Probably making Thanksgiving plans, Al. He is checked out.
Yeah, he is gone, but that's all because of the side-by-side racing that we're watching here for spot number 2. And Brett Hahn trying to make that outside work. Rochefort and Hahn still side-by-side. Gratacci and Luis nowhere to go. Zach Coyer says, come on, boys. Let's do something.
Yeah, patience are going to run out right here. We're side-by-side for second. Gratacci's in the middle, side-by-side for 4th. They get a little intensity right here picking up, Al.
That they are as they work up off the corner. It'll be Nichols, Hahn, Rochefort, Gratacci, and Coyer top 5. Oh, hang on to it. Deweese and Coyer up the racetrack. Deweese going to lose 1, maybe 2 spots as he regathers it right there with Chuck Darling. But Deweese back to the 7th spot.
Yeah, he definitely, I don't know if he just missed the corner, got a little tired or what, but that could have been bad.
He was really race hard with Cold Beer Coyer. And I believe they just got together. They go 3 wide down the backstretch. Here comes Kretacci to the inside of the 00. He hits the hook, still there. Somehow they live the race on.
They're brave, boy. That's all I can say. Boy, Jeff Dillon, he had a moment with DeWeese right there. He was all up in the left quarter pound with DeWeese. I don't know how they didn't wreck the race car.
Kretacci now taking a look to the inside. They take that number 2 spot away. Kretacci has been a part-time racer this season. Picked up the season opener at the Charlotte Speedway. And has been fast at the races he's been able to attend. Right now his teammate Zach Nichols has put the keys on the desk and has checked out here this afternoon.
Unless that thing just blows up, he's money.
.71 up the racetrack that time. Here comes Coyer around Brett Hahn. Gotta wonder, did Hahn use up the good in that race car? Kretacci, remember, he fell back earlier on in this race. Now he is battling for the runner-up spot. Jaden Kretacci to the inside of the 00 of Rochefort. Rochefort to the outside. Will he battle Kretacci hard here? 17 laps to go.
I think it's going to be a good battle. Side by side, here they go. They're going to lean on each other coming out of turn 2. Down the back straightaway, neither one of these drivers are going to give an inch. Still side by side going into 3, coming out of 4. Look at them lean on each other, Al. Holy cow.
I don't think you could have put a sub between them.
I don't either. I didn't mean to grab your thigh right there, Al, but I got a little nervous. I thought they was going to wreck.
Yeah, keep your hands to yourself, will you?
It's hard, Al. I tell you what, look here at Chuck Darling on the inside. He's going to dive off into Braxton DeWeese. Well, these guys are getting aggressive now.
15 laps to go. Every point matters in this championship run. Your current high points man, well, he's out front by 1.6 seconds over the field. As Rochefort and Kretacci still battle side by side here. More contact off turn number 4.
I don't know how they're not wrecking. Like, I don't know. If this would be me, Al, I've been told they're beating and banging on each other.
Well, they have a thing called talent that you and I don't.
That's for sure. I run out of talent years ago on iRacing.
No comment.
Oh, man. When you get back strapped back in, Al, it's about time. We're ready to see the Big Al, the big donkey, get out there and race, son.
I was supposed to race with the Postma late model stock series last night, but Mother Nature had different plans with throwing a tree on some power lines. And, well, the power didn't come back on until that race was over with.
Be glad to see that 96 car out there on the speedway, though.
How about the Hornets? That's back here, though. The 88 of Darling put some pressure on the 8 of DeWeese. He's trying to make it. They're 3 wide back there. Braxton DeWeese making contact. But the battle for second spot still rages on, and it is a good one.
It is. They're not giving an inch.
And Coyer not able to really close ground on this battle. Meanwhile, Nichols has just said, all right, keep it going. I'll drive 2 seconds away from you. 9 to go, this time at the stripe.
Well, I'll tell you what, has he led every lap of this race so far?
He has.
Yeah, DeWeese is going to kiss the fence. I think he got tight. We're wrecking on the front
big
straightaway.
wreck on the front stretch. Championship chances. Oh, no. Braxton DeWeese involved. Chuck Darling, Ramsey. Charles Darling also involved. Yellow flag coming out with 8 laps to go. I caught the tail end of that one here. They go out the corner. It looks like DeWeese just got up the racetrack into the outside wall. Ramsey tried to give some space and hooks the right rear. of the 88 of Darling, trying to give the 8 car some space.
He got bumped right there coming out of 4, Al. DeWeese did. I think that's what kind of set everything up.
Yeah, that's what got him up the racetrack there, as we were just watching it from the onboard camera. We'll go look at what Charles Darling saw. And, caught that outside fence there just as where the wall changes angle.
What about Tim Rogers in the 48 car missing that wreck? Not even a scratch on it. He drove through that thing like cold trickle, baby.
You think he closed his eyes?
I don't know. I did for him when I saw it happening.
I did the same. But I tell you, up front now, you're going to have the 00 of Rochefort. New combatant up on the outside of the front row. Jaden Kretacki will restart in third. Remember, he fell back here, qualified outside the front row. Now will find himself up here in the spot number 3. And he had some decent pace. Remember, him and the 00 side by side for the longest time, as well. 5 laps to go at the stripe. I believe the lights will go out on the pace truck. Nope. Chevrolet's still broken.
Well, how do you beat Zach Nichols here on a restart? He got the good jump every time. Rochefort's picked up 8 spots. All way to do it, just hook him dead right in the fence, Al.
Well, no. I'm sure Tanner Tallarico would not appreciate that.
Probably not. He's probably up there saying, "Dog, no, keep it down, keep it down."
Well, then if he was saying that to you, he'd say, "Yeah, I did keep it down right into the right rear quarter panel."
Oh man,
I've seen you race before.
Well, it used to be really bad, Al, but I've calmed down a lot, so we're good.
I don't know. You wrecked a race car in real life.
Well, that was. We'll not talk about that one, Al.
Well, the Tallarico Boardwalk sub-yellow flag going to be put away here.
Are you nervous, Al? 3 to go?
A little bit. Are you?
No. Oh, here we go.
Much good restart here this time right now. Rochefort able to hang on to the right rear quarter panel just for a moment. Kretacki to the inside, and they're going to regain the battle for the runner-up spot. Down the backstretch they go, this time by popsicle sticks. Will be up 2 laps to go. Kretacki gets a little bit loose underneath Rochefort. They're still banging off the corner.
I don't even know what to say, Al. I'm scared. Take it away.
Working down here through turns 1 and 2. Zach Nichols leads it over Rochefort and Kretacki. If they make it off turn number 4, White Silk will fly. Final trip around the speedway. Zach Nichols has been perfect for 99 laps. Can he hold off Kretacki? One more trip down the backstretch in the turns 3 and 4. Kretacki is there, but it's going to be Nichols leading wire to wire to kick off the chase with a win. Kretacki will come home second. Rochefort third. Zach Coyer and Jeff Dillon, your top 5.
What an unbelievable race. What a good race.
1-2 for the No Chance Motorsports entry. Stephen Rochefort with a valiant effort, a hard charging effort, up 7 spots here to finish on the podium. As the field will come down here on the front stretch. Oh, Kretacki scuffing the 44 up just a little bit. Oh, now they're playing bumper cars down there. Be careful on your way down there, Dobbs.
Yeah, these guys got 700 horsepower, and they want to run over each other down here, Al.
Yeah, be careful down there. Well, you make your way down there. We'll take and step away here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. You're watching the Race1Wraps.com Street Stock Series on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We'll be right back. And welcome back here to the Kern County Raceway Park, where Racing Jason has made his way down there into victory lane, and he's going to talk to the 8-time winner this season of Zach Nichols.
Well, yes, sir. I'm down here with those Zach Nichols. Zach, you led every lap of the race, dude. Why'd you do that for?
I don't know. We put it on pole. I guess that's why.
Was it even fun out there, just running around 100 laps, smoking everybody?
Oh yeah, it was for sure fun. Brett had me worried there at the beginning, and Hayden Swank. They I don't know if they were trying or what, because I was trying, and they were just glued to my back bumper. So I was worried there, and then once Jaden got up to second there at the end, I was kind of worried that his tires were going to be better than mine, and he was going to be able to pull it off. But I was glad we got that late race caution. Him and Steven got the battle in there to seal it off for me.
Yeah, those guys are battling pretty hard side by side, and you're just pulling away. But man, this old hot rod was hooked up again tonight. 8-time winner, man, the GOAT right here of this league. I'm gonna just say it.
I appreciate it. I'm glad we're back at tracks, where you have to use the brakes and whatnot. I'm not really fond of the full throttle, wide open drafting places, but yeah, I'm glad we came back to a braking track and we were able to pull it off.
Well, hey, heck of a job tonight. I don't know how much brake you used on this car because they're not even that hot, so I don't know about the brake situation. Dude, hey, I know you're fast and you got a lot of people to thank. Go ahead, buddy. Let them have it.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Corrigan Oil Company, Carney's Complete Auto Service. I'd like to shout my dad out, my Uncle Kenny, they're watching. I'd like to thank you guys for broadcasting. You guys do a phenomenal job. All the league admins for putting this whole deal on. And my teammate, he ended up P2 today, so I'd like to shout him out as well.
All right, man. Well, congratulations, and hey, another shot for that championship. I'll send it over to Al.
Yeah, thank you.
That was your winner tonight, Zach Nichols, and I've caught up, with a man that comes home in spot number 2. He's debriefing it there with, I believe, with Steven down there in the chat. We will talk with Jaden Kratacci, who comes home in P number 2. The scorecard will say you had a boring race, but we know that's a lie. As we watch you fall back there, talk us through your battle back through the field to come here and be second on the podium.
Gosh, it was definitely a battle, that's for sure. Obviously, me and Steven had some good racing there side by side for about 10 laps in there at the end of the race, too. But yeah, falling back to, I don't even know where I fell back to, 5th, 6th, something like that. That was definitely not what I wanted to happen early on. The setup was pretty tight, so getting back through the field was very tough, but we managed to save some tire, tried to burn off some right rear a little bit, the best that we could, and it seemed to pay off for us.
Yeah, you were able to get through that field there, and you got by the 00, and you were able to close in a little bit on Zach Nichols. A few more laps, you think you could have got up there and challenged him for the win?
Oh, yeah, 100%. If I would have got to him, just since he's my teammate, you got to rough him up a little bit. But yeah, racing with Zach would have been fun. I definitely wish there was a few more laps here. It definitely would have helped out our situation a little bit. So
Well, the series heads to a tricky triangle next week at the Concord Speedway. Unfortunately, the Tier 3 cameras won't be there. We're trying to make it so they will, but I will be out of commission next week. But Concord, one of those tough tracks, a lot of different characteristics. So what do you think that the racing will be there next week?
Chaotic, probably. Me personally, I haven't touched that track since I was first on the service, so I don't know what to expect whatsoever. But I'm sure we'll all have a good time, and I'm sure Tanner will put on a good show for everybody, and you guys in the booth if you guys get to be there as well. So,
well, congratulations on your nice runner-up spot here tonight. Who makes it all possible on this 11 car to make it here on the podium?
First off, I want to thank you guys for broadcasting and Tanner for putting on the league. Sponsor-wise, we got R&B Car Company, Preferred Warranties, Community-Wide Federal Credit Union, TechWorks Trailer Sales, Hoax Graphics, and I believe that's it. Might be forgetting one or two, but it is what it is.
Well, congratulations, Jaden, and best of luck next week if you run that race, and we'll see you the next time we see you.
Yep, sounds good. See you guys. Thank you.
There you go, Jaden Gratacci, the driver out of Walkerton, Indiana. Gonna come home in spot number 2. And Racing Jason, you're gonna catch up with the driver of Stephen Rochford, the driver out of Vermont.
Yes, sir. I've caught up with him. P3 tonight, Stephen, man. No car was fast starting P10 all the way up to P3, dude. I thought you had a good shot to get second there.
Yeah, the outside was rolling early, so I figured I would take the spots while I could. I didn't know what traffic was going to be like later, so just picked them up when I could and drove it to the front.
I'll tell you what, I really do like this 00 car a lot. It's one of my favorites to watch. You kind of got that aggressive side to you. And, man, making your way through the field tonight was very impressive. I don't know how you do this crap.
Yeah, I try to balance being aggressive without being too aggressive. You don't want to make enemies out there because you never know when you'll need a favor, you know what I mean? So, yeah, we just try to balance it out, and it worked tonight. We're racing side by side with Jaden there, and for about 10 laps, and we were just racing the doors off him, quite literally.
Yeah, I was going back watching the replay right here before I got to interview you, man. He was door slamming you coming in the corner, but I guess he's a little tighter and everything. Nothing on purpose, nothing intentional. But how you held on to it, I don't know. That's pretty impressive to me.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he was door slamming me because I wasn't giving him an inch down there. I was making sure to keep him nice and pinched down to break his speed on corner exit. Yeah, it was a great race. There wasn't much catching that 44. He was pretty stout all night, but glad to drive it up to P3. Had a shot at P2, so can't really ask for much more than that.
That's right, man. Zach Nichols took off, so you got a little work to do this week to get ready for next week and work for that championship. But I think you can do it, dude. I really do.
Yeah, I think if a little luck falls our way, maybe some of the heavy hitters have some bad luck or just some bad tracks of theirs, then we might be able to take advantage and take this thing home.
Heck yeah. Well, Steven, I know you got some people we want to thank on this 00 car, so go ahead.
Yeah, I just got to thank the VRT guys, Scotty Scrapyard, you guys for broadcasting and announcing it. It's some hard work, and just the admins of the league, all the series sponsors. It's been super fun racing here in this series. Just can't thank them enough.
All right, man. Well, we look forward to seeing you next week, and safe travels home, and good luck next week.
Appreciate it.
All right, that'll do it for our Race1Wraps.com Street Stock Pro Race Show from the Kern County Raceway. And Racing Jason, we saw a lot of great racing here tonight. Once again, the series will roll on to Concord Raceway next week, a track that is no longer with us in the real world, but it lives on here in iRacing, and that should be a good one for the competitors. I myself will be out of town for next week. We're going to try to get the Turn 3 cameras there, but if not, we'll do a nice little recap before the next race, which will be race number 3 of the chase, and that will be on November 27th at the Irwindale Speedway, followed by Oswego, Hickory, and wrapping up at the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway.
Yeah, that's going to be great to watch, Al. That little Concord track is going to be tough for these drivers, but can anybody catch Zach Nichols? That's going to be the storyline all week.
7 days will tell the next story here for the Race1Wraps.com Street Stock Series. And Race1Wraps.com is your #1 stop to get your logo designs, merchandise, wraps, vinyl lettering, signs, anything underneath the sun. Race1Wraps.com can make it happen. You can see their work all over the short track scene in Michigan. You can check them out on Facebook at Race1Wraps.com. Tallarico's Boardwalk Subs, Jersey style soups, subs, and salads, serving West Michigan. The Bubba's Bout Broke podcast, featuring your short track heroes week in and week out, each and every Monday night. Find out what your next local short track hero is up to, and find out what part of the country they are racing. And you get those lined up on where you listen to your podcast at the Bubba's Bout Broke podcast. LaPlante Racing Products, the proud sponsor of the American Sim Racing Club's series here, and LaPlante Racing Products has all your needs for your race cars, even yours, Jason. You can head over to LaPlante Racing Products, LLC, to make your purchases today. We also like to thank Postma Flooring, along with the Kane Family Farmstead, and It Takes Balls, the Testicular Cancer Awareness Initiative, here for being all proud sponsors of the American Sim Racing Club's racing series. Well, the series will pack up, head east to Concord in 1 week's time. We hope you have enjoyed tonight's show, and we'll see you all in turn number 3. Good night, everybody.